Hi guys, this is Two Moms in a Pod. Welcome back. This is episode 3. I'm Adi.
I'm Kim.
And on this episode, we'll be talking about our childhood.
Yeah, so let's start off.
Where did we grow up?
I grew up for a couple, well, I moved around a lot. I went to school I grew up in Santa Ana for a second. I lived in Santa Ana. I think that's where I was born, in Santa Ana. I lived in Fontana for a little while, and then back in Santa Ana, and then Anaheim, which is where I kind of permanently resided for like most of my childhood, was Anaheim.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm something similar. Yeah, I started here in Anaheim. That's where I grew up, and then for a while we moved. I think we were living in Fontana for a bit, and then San Bernardino, and then back to Anaheim. And then ever since that last time that we moved, we've been in Anaheim. Ever since, yeah. Oh no, I lied. There was a time that we lived in Sacramento.
You lived in Sacramento?
Yeah, we lived up there for like a couple months.
That's like far, isn't it? Like,
yeah, that's
what,
like 6-7 hours.
Yeah, it's like almost close to where my brother lives.
Yeah, it was pretty far. We lived up there for like, I want to say a good amount of months, because I was in school there and I didn't finish school there. I came back. Oh, that's when we were in 7th grade. That's where I moved to.
Oh, and then you came back?
And then I came back.
Oh.
So yeah, I started 7th grade over there. No. I started 7th grade in Anaheim.
Yeah.
And then I towards the middle of 7th grade, I was in Sacramento. And then towards the end of it, that's when I came back.
Oh. Yeah, I think the last place I lived before we moved to Anaheim was Santa Ana. And I went to I don't even remember what schools I went to what year, but I think the last school I went to, I was there for a year and a half. So I was there, I think, 4th grade, and then halfway through 5th grade, and then we moved to Anaheim, and I started halfway through 5th grade up until now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I moved a lot during elementary school.
Yeah.
A lot. And then towards middle school, I moved like once or twice. And then once I started, I want to say high school or 8th grade year, that's when we finally stayed here in Anaheim.
Yeah, moving around a lot was like hard, which is why I'm a year older, but we're in the same grade.
Yes. Because
I had to repeat 2nd grade because of how much we were moving. I ended up missing out on like half of the school year.
No
so
way.
Yeah, so I ended up I didn't go to school for like half the school year, so I ended up having to do 2nd grade again. Which, so I technically should have been a year ahead of you guys.
Yeah, you would have graduated
a year before. Yeah, 2012. Yeah, it was my
crazy.
year, but because we moved around so much, I ended up having to do 2nd grade all over again.
Wow.
Yeah.
See, it was meant to be for us to meet each other again.
Yeah, so there's a good thing that came out of an unstable child.
No, seriously, I hated moving around so much, because every time I would go to a new school, they were on a different subject than what I was learning here in Anaheim. So I felt like I was falling so far behind. I'm sorry. And yeah, like it just sucked. And then not only that, but like having to meet people all over again and make friends all over again. That was just scary. It was hard. It was scary. It was nerve-wracking, because I don't know these people, and like I don't know if they're gonna like me, and I don't know if I'm gonna stay here for long enough for me to like bond with them and get attached to them, I guess. So yeah, I hated it moving, but I couldn't do anything about it. It was just up to my parents because of how unstable they were, not like mentally but like financially. Like they were just always moving around, like well, because of my dad, because during that time my mom was a stay-at-home mom.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, my dad was the one that was providing for us.
Mm-hmm.
So he would just move around because either rent was getting too high,
Mm-hmm.
or he couldn't afford it, or he heard that at this other job site they were paying better. So
yeah,
he would start working there, which would cause us to end up moving a lot.
mm-hmm.
And yeah, it just sucked, you know, like, and I don't know if they realized how badly it messed me up,
Mm-hmm.
you know, like academically.
Yeah.
I think they just thought about it as like, oh, she'll do fine, you know,
Yeah.
like every school.
Like, oh, she's a kid, she'll make friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think they saw like the damage it made for me academically, and I think that's why I fell so far behind in like math and like English and
Mm-hmm.
like almost everything basically.
Yeah.
But yeah, like it was tough.
Yeah.
It was really tough.
Yeah, I think for me, I mean, I don't remember much, but I think for me, we moved around a lot, like, because of my mom.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because I know there's points where, like, my mom and my dad weren't together.
Mm-hmm.
Like, where they kind of separated. So I know I went to school in Fontana. I think probably one of the times where my parents separated, because I don't remember my dad going with us. I just remember it being like my mom and my sibling, or not even all of my siblings. And then, yeah, we were in Fontana for not even that long. It was very short. And then part of when we were living in Santa Ana, my dad was living with with one of his like cousins.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember staying there for a little bit, or like I'm pretty sure that was when they were separated. Like I remember staying there, and then I remember being in Fontana, and then I think it's because my mom was in rehab.
And so you stayed with your cousins.
And then we ended up getting an apartment for when she came back out, and then I think things happened, and then that's why we ended up moving to Anaheim. Was, I think, kind of my dad's way to get my mom away from like certain, I feel like, people, certain like situations.
Mm-hmm.
But my mom was the type to make friends anywhere. Yeah, my mom was a very friendly person. But yeah, which is like, I'm glad we ended up staying where we stayed for literally till now.
Mm-hmm.
Because we moved so much when we were kids. And yeah, that was hard because like I didn't know how to make friends, and I'm not the most social person to begin with.
Same.
So that was even harder, was like having to like even like get to a point where I'm like, okay, I'm confident enough to like make friends, or I've been
Mm-hmm.
around these kids for like long enough, and then like having to move and be like, shit, you have to start all over again. Yeah, so that was hard. So
yeah, like I remember there was a time when I was living in Sacramento, and I became kind of close with a group of girls, and I kept telling myself in the back of my mind, like, I can't get too close or too attached to these girls,
Mm-hmm.
because I know for a fact I'm gonna move.
Yeah.
Like, I know it's not happening like within a week or
Mm-hmm.
a month,
But eventually
it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Like, I already know my parents, I'm gonna end up moving.
Yeah.
And I think during that time, I ended up staying there with my mom and my brother.
Mm-hmm.
And my dad was still coming to Anaheim to work, because we went over there because he heard there was good paying jobs out there at
Mm-hmm.
the farms,
Mm-hmm.
something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And rent was also cheap.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a really nice community. It was like you had your own little, it was like a house,
Mm-hmm.
but it was enclosed in a community.
Okay.
So we had the space and we had the rooms and all that. Everything that we wanted here,
Yeah.
we found it over there.
Uh-huh.
But my dad couldn't find the job. Well, he did have a job, but then he realized it's not enough.
Yeah.
So he came back to Anaheim. So for a time, he was staying in Anaheim, and my mom and I stayed over there with my siblings.
Oh my god.
So I wouldn't see him as often.
Yeah.
And then I think my parents had enough, and then that's when they finally moved back.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was tough, and like I said, I didn't I already knew it wasn't gonna last. So I would hang out with the girls and talk with the girls, but I tried to distance myself from
not
them
get like too close.
I was gonna leave this new group of friends that I made.
Yeah.
And yeah, like, it would take me a while to make friends because I'm very shy.
Yeah.
I'm not the type that I will approach you and start a conversation.
Yeah.
Like, you have to approach me and start a conversation because I don't know, like, I just feel like I'm gonna say something weird.
Yeah.
And then they're gonna be like, what the fuck? Like, who is
it's
this
like
girl?
Intimidating.
Yeah. That they're gonna judge you right then and there. Yeah, so that's why I always, like, kept to myself, and I never really made an effort to make friends on my own.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I don't know why. I don't remember a ton of my childhood, but I feel like that I remember is from the school prior to moving to Anaheim and like making friends there. And then I was like I did all of 4th grade there, and then I went into 5th grade and I was like, oh heck yeah, like I'm gonna stay here. And then my siblings, I think my sister, I don't know about my brother. So Santa Ana School District, I think is different. They have, it's up until 5th grade, their elementary school, and then they have an intermediate school instead of a junior high. So their intermediate school was 6th grade, 7th and 8th grade, as where here it's elementary school is kinder through 6th grade, and then junior high is 6th and 7th, and then you go into high school. And I was already excited to go to intermediate school because it was literally right across the street from the elementary school. And like I was just like, oh yeah. And it was like halfway through 5th grade and they were like, we're moving to Anaheim. And I was just like, what? I had this whole like picture, and then because my older brother went to a certain high school in Santa Ana, and I think a couple of my cousins went there, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna go there too, because I had gotten excited that we were gonna stay in Santa Ana because you know, my mom had gotten out of rehab and we had gotten an apartment, which there's 5 of us siblings and my parents, and it was 5 kids in a 1-bedroom apartment.
Oh yeah, that's tough.
Yeah, we had I remember we had bunk beds, and then we had a bed, and then my parents would sleep in the living room. Yeah, and I don't know, for me I thought like, oh, this is gonna be our place. And then we ended up moving to Anaheim. I remember when we moved here, I got so excited because of the Disneyland fireworks. I remember coming to Disneyland before we moved to Anaheim, and I was so excited. Disneyland is like this whole big experience, and I remember being so excited the night before, and then we left so early in the morning, and then it was like this whole thing, and I remember having so much fun. And then like, yeah, that's why when we moved, I was like, oh my god, Disneyland is down the street. Not that I ever even went that often, because again, I didn't grow up so wealthy.
Yeah,
but
same.
Yeah, I think I haven't even been in like years back to Disneyland.
Really?
Yeah.
I know, it's like, what's the point? I live here, I can go any day.
It's so expensive to go.
Yeah, that too. It's very expensive. The food is overpriced.
Yeah.
It's super packed. And the lines to get on the rides are just really long.
It's not worth it. Like, you're in line for like an hour to get on like a 2-minute ride.
Yes.
Yeah, and then like everything is so overpriced. Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure every Hispanic family does this, but when they plan trips like this, they pack their own food.
Yes, the tortas. I remember that's what we packed for our lunch, was tortas, and my dad carried them in his backpack. Yeah. That's how.
Well, we did that at Universal Studios.
Oh yeah,
because I think Universal Studios is a little bit cheaper than Disneyland.
Yeah.
So my parents were they couldn't afford to take me, or my siblings.
Yeah.
I think we finally went until like years later.
Yeah.
But like, I'm pretty sure every Hispanic family
did that.
Their lunch and their waters and everything, because even a water bottle
so expensive.
Yeah. Like, you could get that at 7-Eleven for like $1.50.
Yeah, and then theme parks sell the, what is it, the Dasani? Is that how you say it?
Dasani.
And supposedly that one has like salt in it to make you more thirsty, so that you keep buying more. Yeah, that's why we would take our own water bottles, because that's what they say, that's what they sell is Dasani. And it's the cheaper one, and it's because like it has like, supposedly it has, I don't know, don't take it with a grain of salt. But that's what they say, that it has like salt in it to make you more thirsty, so that you keep buying more. Yeah,
that's crazy.
Scammers.
Yeah, it's crazy how they do all these things just to get more money out of us.
It's like we already spent hundreds of dollars to try to get in.
Yeah,
and then you're gonna like charge us freaking so much for water. I don't get that. I don't understand that.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But yeah, like I said, I have 5. There's 5 of us, so I have 4 siblings. I'm the middle child, so I have 2 older siblings and 2 younger siblings. Yeah. Dang. And it's my brother, my sister, me, and then 2 brothers after me. Yeah.
I'm the oldest. I have 2 brothers and 2 sisters. So after me, it's my brother, and then the 2 girls, and then the youngest is a boy. Yeah.
But how was it for you being like the oldest child?
I think I got like the worst end of it.
Yeah.
Because...
And you're a girl.
Yeah. Because in a Hispanic household, if you're a girl, you need to help out at home.
With everything.
With everything. Regardless of what age you are, you have to help. Like, I remember I started changing diapers really early on.
Yeah.
I think... Well, I wouldn't change diapers with my brother because we're 5 years apart. So I would have been, 5 years? Yeah. So obviously I couldn't change diapers, but I'm pretty sure I helped feed him. You know, like feed his bottle. I think there's even a picture of me feeding him his bottle. But yeah, like, I remember changing diapers, I think at 10, 11 years old. Yeah. With my sister. She's now 18, 19.
Probably especially with, like, your youngest brother, huh?
Yeah.
Because you're already a little older.
Yeah. I remember, like, my mom would leave me, and I would be a babysitter. Yeah. At 10 years old. Like, they would... I think during that time, my mom was working part-time with my dad, cleaning offices. So they would be gone for, like, 3 hours at most. And they would leave me home alone with my siblings.
With all 4 of them?
Well, during that time, I think it was just the 3 of us.
The 3, okay.
So I only had to watch over my brother and my sister. But even then, like, how can they leave a 10-year-old with 2 younger ones? But then again, you have to understand that they had to hustle.
Yeah, they did what they had to do, yeah.
Yeah. And, you know, they just put a lot of responsibility on me and trust that I could take care of my 2 younger siblings. Yeah. And I don't know, I felt like I feel like I became a mom.
Really young. Yeah.
Really young. Because I had to carry this responsibility of taking care of all of them. Even my siblings, well, mostly my sisters will tell me that I'm like their second mom. Because even now, you know, I'll take them out. They'll come hang out with me. I'll take them out to eat dinner. I'll take them out to the mall. Yeah. And even when I used to live with my parents, after work, I would always text them like, hey, I'm going to the store. Do you guys need anything? Do you guys want anything? Like, I would always be providing for them because I knew my parents couldn't always provide for them. Yeah. And give them what they needed or what they wanted. Yeah. So, yeah, I feel like I became a mom at a really young age. Yeah. And my mom, you know, she would expect me to wash the dishes all the time. Yeah. Or help cook. Yeah. Or clean. You know, like all these things. Yeah. And I don't remember my brother doing that.
Yeah, of course not, because he was a boy.
Yeah.
And like,
yeah, he was 5 years younger than me, but he could have still done it. Like, I did it at 5 years old. Yeah. You know, like, why can't he?
And then eventually he got older, so it's like, hey, you're a little older now. You're still not helping out or having to take on any of the responsibilities. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, now, you know, he does his own cleaning and he does his own laundry and all that, which is great. But it would have been better if he was taught
Yeah.
at a younger age.
Mm-hmm.
Like, even now, she is teaching the youngest boy
Mm-hmm.
how to do the laundry, and she'll ask him, like, hey, like, can you clean this, or can you do that, can you do this or that?
Mm-hmm.
And he'll do it, but he's not motivated to do it.
Yeah.
And when it doesn't get done, she'll just tell him, like, why didn't you do it?
Mm-hmm.
And that's it.
There's no, like, consequences.
Yeah. As to if she would have asked me or my sisters, it's like, you guys were here home all day, you guys didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Like, she'll start cussing.
Yeah.
And, like, she would just get in a bad mood,
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's not fair.
Yeah.
Like, we're all old enough to be able to do stuff.
Yeah.
Like, why is it just us that have to get the bad end of it?
Yeah, and I think that goes into the whole, like, being raised in a Hispanic household. It's like, as women or as girls, we're taught that because we're women, because we're girls, like, we're supposed to do the cleaning, we're supposed to do the cooking, we're supposed to have the responsibility.
Yeah.
And I think that goes into, too, like even being, like, I wasn't the oldest sibling, but I was, older than my two younger siblings. And it's like, well, for me, it was kind of different because my mom got deported when I was 14.
Yeah.
And then my dad worked 2 jobs. My youngest brother was, I want to say, he was in kindergarten when my mom got deported. Yeah, he was in kindergarten, I think. And
so then you were responsible.
Yeah.
For the youngest.
And then, like, my older brother was working and had his kind of life, and like, no bad to him, but he didn't take on any of the responsibility of taking care of us, even though he was the oldest one. And eventually my sister came back from Oklahoma because it was like I was in junior high school, and I was like making sure that my brothers got to school, making sure that I picked them up from the bus stop, making sure that they had eaten, because my dad again worked 2 jobs because at that point he was the only provider for us, you know. And so I kind of had to take on, like, that responsibility of, like, just making sure that they were fed, making sure that they had that they had done their homework, making sure that they had what they needed.
You were the mom.
Yeah, I was the mom, literally. And even before that, again, my dad has always, like, worked 2 jobs, and my mom was a free spirit, to say, to put it in, like, a nice way. Like, my mom was she loved us and everything, but I feel like she never knew how to be settled, I guess. Like, she was she loved us, and that, like, I'll give her that. Like, I never felt, like, unloved by her. But
I remember I tried doing the bangs.
Yeah.
Like the big wide bangs that cover your whole forehead and an eye, half of your eye.
Oh no.
I tried it, but it didn't work because of how little hair I have.
Yeah.
But see, that's why they tease me and say that I went through an emo phase. But no, I was just following the trends.
You were just trying to look like everybody else.
Yeah.
Because I did that too. I did the bangs thing too.
Yeah, I remember. I remember
did.
seeing you with your bangs.
Oh my gosh. And then I feel like high school was like the piercing phase.
Yes.
And
I remember I tried giving myself a
You did it
piercing.
yourself?
Yeah, with my cousin. Because my parents wouldn't. I think my cousin did get one. Her mom did let her get one. But my parents wouldn't let me get one. And so I tried she tried giving me one, and she was teaching me how to do it.
Yeah.
And it kind of happened, but it kind of didn't. And when my parents, like, I would wear it at school, and I would take it off when I got off the school bus. And when my parents would see me, they would ask, like, what's that on your, like, near your lip?
Yeah.
And I'd be like, oh, it's a zit. It's Karen. It's a zit. You know?
Oh no.
And then eventually I think my mom caught on, and she's like, and I asked her again, I'm like, can I get a piercing? And then this time she said yes. And that's when I got the one on my top lip.
Oh, you had it on your top lip.
I don't know what it's called. The Marilyn Monroe one? Something like that. Yeah. And then afterwards I was like, why did I get it?
Yeah.
Like, I think I just did it to follow the trend, because during that time it was when they were doing like the snake bites and then the ones on the top too.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I got my bottom lip
You got the snake bites, didn't you?
No, I only had one.
Or the spider bites?
No, I only had one side.
Oh.
Yeah. It looks like I have two because I also have a lunar on the other side.
Okay.
So it kind of looks like I had two, but I only had one. But I want to say that was high school.
High school, yes.
It was high school when I got it, and my dad never noticed anything again because he was hardly home.
Yeah.
My sister took me to get it. Yeah,
really?
My sister took me to get it, and then I got it. So I wanted to do the snake bites. I don't know why, but I wanted to do the snake bites. I think it
just looked cool then.
Yeah,
like everyone was doing it, and
it was just the trend back then. That was what was cool. Yeah, but I never got the other side done. I always wanted to, but I just never did. So I only had one side done, and then we did the whole where we bleached our hair.
Oh my god, yes, we bleached our hair. We didn't bleach our whole hair.
No, but we bleached did, like the front.
The front, which would be the bangs, and then the side of our hair.
Yeah.
Oh my
god,
was
yes,
a look. I remember.
That was a look, and
I don't know why we did it. We're not the lightest, you know. And our hair was like blonde.
And then with the bangs and everything.
I know. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I remember we did that, and then it's just funny because I think we used to get told that we would look alike.
Oh yes.
And then we went and got the exact same hair.
And they thought we were sisters.
Yeah.
We were twins.
That we were twins. We get asked that all the time.
Yeah, they were like, "Are you guys fraternal twins?"
Yes.
Because we're like the same skin color. And
we're kind of the same height. I'm a little like bit taller, but
like 2 inches.
Yeah, because I'm 5 feet tall.
I'm 4'11". I'm really short for those of you that are listening. I am very short. I get told all the time that I'm short. They confuse me for a 6th grader. I've heard it all. I have heard it all. Like it's just never ending.
Yeah, I'm 5 feet tall, so we're both short, and then we're kind of the same, around the same skin tone.
Yeah,
you know, and I think we both had like long hair too,
dark
long hair. So we looked almost the exact same.
Yeah, and then I think we were both wearing plugs around the same time. Oh my god,
yes, I stretched my ears out.
I wore plugs, but I was a 00. I never fully stretched it.
I went to a 00.
So I'm able to go back to earrings, and you can't.
I can't. So yeah, because I went up to a 00, and yeah, up till now, like they're not big, but like luckily, because there's people who like went
all the way out
to the point where like they had to like either they're still like super saggy and like weird now, or they had to like don't you have to get them like sewn shut or something?
Yeah, I think so. And then even some like loop it into their ear.
Oh, that's gross. Oh, that's so gross. And I'm thankful because I wanted to keep going.
Me too.
I had a certain size that I was like, I think that would look really good.
Yeah.
And I just never ended up getting to that point, which I'm very grateful for now, because yes, like I can't wear regular earrings, maybe, but like my ears don't look horrible. Like you have to really look at them to be like, oh, you still have like a little bit of a hole.
Yeah, I'm really thankful that my mom didn't let me go that big. I think she knew I was gonna regret it eventually.
Yeah.
So she was very like strict on that. She let me get them, but she didn't let me go bigger. And I'm glad she didn't, because I wouldn't be able to wear earrings. Yeah. And I feel so naked without earrings.
Yeah. See, I had nobody to tell me stop. You're going overboard. Like, just
I think your sister was just like...
Well, because my sister had plugs too.
Oh, that's right.
But she never went near as big as I did. She would start, but... Oh, I remember when I went to the 00.
Oh, I know. You told me you heard it pop.
Yes. I had to have her do it because I could not do it. I could not do it because the jump was like big.
Yeah.
And she ended up having to do it for me, and like I heard the pop, and for like 2 days I could barely even sleep because of how bad my ears hurt. I think that's probably my biggest like regret as far as like trends and stuff.
Yeah, I feel like I regret every trend I followed.
But like that was just fun. But if you look at, there's still trends now. And like we were talking about this the other day, and it's like we went to the mall, and it's funny because Caesar goes, "Oh, all of these girls look like my niece." Because everybody's wearing the exact same thing. Yes. Like everybody, every girl, every guy, they all look the same. And it's like, oh shit, we did that. We all looked the same. Like, have you seen any of those pictures where it like shows pictures from like back then, and it's like Ugg boots and like the jeans and like God, yes,
and the cardigans.
Yeah, all the cardigans. Oh my gosh. But yeah, those were the trends back in the
in our time.
Back in our time. Back in the early 2000s.
Yeah. The early 2000s were something else.
Yeah.
Because I think even then, that was when Jersey Shore was a thing.
Jersey Shore, I think that's why the pump came around, because Snooki.
Doing my hair like that. I never went that big, but yeah.
No, yeah. Jersey. Oh my God, we should not have been watching Jersey Shore back then.
No, that thing is so
bad. Yeah. They were drinking and like going to the club and like making out.
Talk about sex
and too. The smush room, is that what it was called?
I don't remember.
Yeah, they had their like room in the house.
Their smash room? Was it smash or smoosh?
Smash, probably. Smoosh. I don't know, but they had that room where they would. We should not have been watching that.
Yeah, I don't know why they let us watch it. But yeah, those were the trends back then. I think I even went through a chola phase because during that time, yes, I went through a chola phase. That's what my siblings say, because
the flannels.
Yes, because during that time I was really close friends with this one girl that lived in another neighborhood, and their neighborhood was like very like gang related, and her uncle, I think, was part of the gang, so she grew up in that. Yeah. So I wanted to be more like her, and I was following her trends. Yeah. And like we would even dress alike, and it was I don't something that I kind of regret doing. Yeah. Not because of who I was hanging out with, but because it wasn't me. Yeah. I was just doing it because of her. And I should have not done it because it wasn't who I was. Yeah. But I feel like that's kind of that's just growing up. Like you want to fit in so bad, you know, and you want to be and look like be what everybody else is being, look how everybody else is looking, you know. And that and not only that, but like you'll get pressure. Yeah. To look a certain way, dress a certain way. Yeah, and if you're not doing it, they're like, why? What's wrong with you? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, like, I think that's the cringiest moments we've ever had. Just following those trends. Yeah, oh my gosh, looking back at like pictures. I do say that I'm glad I never followed the shuffling trend. Yeah. You tried it? I tried for like a second, and it just... But because of my older brother. Yeah. Because my brother, even till now, he's still a raver. Yeah. He's in his 30s and he's a raver. I know, that's crazy. I don't know. So that's why, because it was in my household. I remember him, I don't know if it was him or maybe like one of his like female friends like teaching me how to do the like bracelets and stuff. Oh, really? And I thought it was so cool because I learned how to bracelets. The thick ones, yeah. Oh yes, I remember. Because I learned how to make those. He had like an entire like a whole like box kind of full of like beads and string, and like he was very into that. I mean, he still kind of is. He's hardcore as he used to not be, as right? much as he used to. I don't think he wears purple pants anymore. Oh my god, I remember that. The purple pants. I don't know, like. We were a little crazy back then.
We were just going with
the flow.
Yeah, trying to fit in. That's what it was. But what were your like favorite TV shows growing up?
I would watch a lot of Cartoon Network.
Mm-hmm.
Well, before we got cable, I would watch, what was it, CBS?
Mm-hmm.
And I would watch like what was it, Between the Lions and Reading Rainbow?
Reading Rainbow.
Yeah, I remember those were and did you ever watch Maya and Miguel?
Yes, loved Maya and Miguel.
Yes.
Because they were Mexican or like Hispanic. Yeah.
I remember that one.
Yeah.
And then after we started getting cable, I would watch a lot of Cartoon Network.
Mm-hmm.
I would watch Courage the Cowardly Dog, or
that one scared me.
Really?
Yeah,
I thought it was cool.
I was scared because they would just turn into like there'd be like monsters and stuff.
Yeah, well, I mean, they were trying to make it look in like the dog's perspective.
Yeah,
like how everything is scary to him.
Oh, that's what it was?
I'm pretty sure.
Oh, yeah, I didn't watch that because it scared me.
I thought it was pretty cool.
But see, you like scary movies. I'm not.
Well, I don't like them, like love them, but I'll watch them.
Yeah, I can't. I'm a little chicken shit.
I know you are.
Thank you.
I know. I would also watch Powerpuff Girls.
Yeah.
That was my jam back then.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember I started watching Nickelodeon, and I would like the Rugrats.
I tried to show Ollie the Rugrats yesterday.
Did she like it?
She was like, baby.
Aww.
And then she was over and she's not interested.
No.
No. Not interested.
Or I would watch Hey Arnold.
Loved Hey Arnold.
I know, I loved that one too. And then
The Fairly Odd Parents.
Oh, yes, I loved that one.
Yeah.
And then once we got, a little bit more stable in money, we upgraded to Disney Channel. But I wasn't that into it.
Wait, you had Nickelodeon but not Disney Channel?
Yeah, I think because of the package they had, they only had like certain cables. Only certain channels, I mean.
Yeah. It was the same for us. Like, we had periods of when we could afford cable.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it was a lot of like The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody.
Oh, yes, I remember that.
That's So Raven.
Oh, I loved That's So Raven. Or The Proud Family.
The Proud Family.
Yeah.
Love The Proud Family. What are the cartoons? But yeah, I remember like when we didn't have cable, it would like Saturday cartoons would be our thing. So I watched Dragon Ball Z. I would watch Dragon Ball Z. I would watch.
Got around to it.
I would watch not Pokemon. Yeah, sort of a little bit of Pokemon. Yu-Gi-Oh. I'd watch Yu-Gi-Oh.
I watched that one with
Yu-Gi-Oh. My brother. Which one was it? I don't know. Was it on Disney Channel or was it on that channel? The one with the dragon. The it was a Jackie Chan.
Oh, yes, I remember that show.
Yeah, Jackie Chan Adventures. I love that one too. Yeah, oh my gosh. I feel like TV is not what it used to be.
No.
Mm-mm.
No, like even, I'll tell my husband, like, oh, remember watching this? And he'll be like, no, I didn't watch that. I'm like, well, gee, it must be nice to have cable at that age.
Oh, yeah, I know. Yeah, a lot of these, I feel like Caesar didn't watch because he grew up with cable. Like I told you, we were watching Stranger Things, and there was a scene where Max goes to fix the antenna, and I was like, oh, don't you remember how annoying it was to like have to fix the antenna
and hit the TV?
Yeah, hit the TV. And he was just like, no. I was like, oh, I'm sorry, I grew up poor. I used to have to put foil paper on top of the antenna to make it work better.
Or I don't know, my dad would have the cable, like some type of cable, and then he would like hang it on a hanger and like move it around.
Yeah. It was, oh my gosh,
growing up poor.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I remember having to do that. I feel like music was a lot better back then too.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
The early 2000s.
The early 2000s. Yeah. The R&B. R&B was so good back then.
Now, like, the music that is out now, it's like...
I don't get it.
Yeah, like, it's very sexualized.
Yes.
Very, like, I don't know. I feel like it's not loud, but, like, very out there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they have no shame in saying all these other things.
Yeah.
Or, like, they'll be rapping, but they're like rapping about really bad things.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it was just, or I don't know, but I feel like if you like listen to, I don't know, because I feel like back then it was more so like love songs.
Yes.
You know, like all the like, I don't know. Well, I guess R&B. They weren't considered. Were they rappers?
No, I don't think so.
Like they were, yeah, like it was all like love songs, like Kiss Me Through the Phone.
Oh yeah, no, I think that one would be considered a rap song.
Rap song?
Yeah, like the one that I remember was One More Wish.
Oh.
Or what's the other one? Let Me Love You.
Yeah, but yeah, I feel like most of the music was like, all of the like, it was just love songs. And like really good like breakup songs. I remember listening to like breakup songs when I was in like 6th grade, when I had never
like if you were going through a breakup.
Like, oh my god,
like you could feel it.
Yeah, like what is it, To the Left? No,
Irreplaceable.
That's Irreplaceable. Yeah. Or like Unfaithful by Rihanna.
Oh yes,
I used to like sing. Manny told me one time, my brother, that I would, which I do remember, I would like do concerts for him.
That is so cute.
I would just put on music that I loved, and I would just do like concerts for him.
Hey, that's one way to babysit and entertain them.
Yeah. I was really close with my brother when we were younger.
That's cute though.
Yeah, that's so funny. Yeah, I remember doing that. I remember like getting on the bed and like just pretending like I was Beyonce or Rihanna. Or what's her name? Keisha Cole? I don't know. I mean,
remember that song it was by her that said "Let Him Go" or something like that? You never heard that song?
Let Him Go?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, remember that song?
Yeah.
I would jam out to that song to Let It Go. But it was by her.
Yeah.
And Miss Elliott.
Missy Elliott,
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I remember one
song
music that was, I guess, rap during that time was it My Lip Gloss Is Poppin'? Remember that song?
Oh, I don't think I ever.
No, you never heard it?
I don't think I ever got into that song.
I mean, I didn't like it, but it was catchy. It was very catchy.
Yeah.
Listen to it.
When you can like it.
It was very catchy, and I think that was when lip gloss became a thing.
Oh, I was never. See, I was never, even till now, I was never the girl to wear makeup because my mom didn't like me to. She never. Really? That's until now. Like, I don't know how to do makeup. I don't wear any. I feel weird if I do. Like, I feel uncomfortable. Like, I was never, because I know like sometimes like I think I heard my sister would say that she would like put like mascara on and stuff like that, then have to take it off before she got home.
Really?
Yeah, because my mom was never the type to wear makeup. My mom was a tomboy for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like I took that from her too. Like, I never wore makeup. It wasn't my thing.
No, yeah, my mom is very, like, she likes to get herself dressed. She likes to do her makeup. So I think that's where I got it from.
Yeah.
Like, I don't do it as often now as I used to, but before I would. I would try and do my hair. I would try and do my makeup.
Yeah.
But she didn't let me do my makeup up until, I want to say, high school, junior year of high school.
Yeah.
That's when I started wearing more makeup. I think junior high, that's when she let me wear eyeliner and mascara.
Oh, wow.
But other than that, that's all she would let me wear.
Yeah, like even till now, I don't do my nails because my mom never let me do my nails. I remember I tried one time and she got mad at me and told me to take it off. Oh, yeah, and then like
my mom
I had
would
to
encourage me.
I had to like secretly start shaving my legs in, I think, 6th or 7th grade. I started just like secretly shaving my legs.
That sucks though that you had to hide it from her.
Yeah.
My mom wouldn't let me shave up until a certain point.
Yeah, up to like your knees.
Up to my knees. Yeah, she would let me shave up to my knees. But even then, like, I think I was maybe in middle school, going to middle school, and I still had my hairy legs.
Yeah.
And I think I was going into 7th grade, and my cousin was like, "No, you need to shave your legs," because that's when we start doing PE, and we have to wear our shorts.
We had to dress out. Yeah,
and she taught me how, and accidents happen. I cut myself.
Oh, yeah. I cut a chunk of skin off
right here, and you could still see the scar. It was pretty bad. Yeah, I don't know why. It was just the shin part.
Yeah. Oh,
that was hard to shave.
Oh, I cut the back of my knee one time. Like that tendon you can feel right here. I cut that one.
And then when you would sweat, it would hurt more.
Ooh. Shaving. Yeah. So.
Shaving was scary back then.
So scary.
Especially if another child is teaching you how to do it.
Yeah. Nobody taught me how to do it. I just was like, I think you do it this way, and then I did it, and I was like, okay, hair came off. I guess I just keep going.
Yeah, but then they don't teach you, like, you need to go gentle. You need to go slow.
You need soap and water.
Or shaving cream or something, But yeah, they didn't teach us anything like that.
But
I think we're coming to an end now.
Yeah, that's a little bit on our childhoods, a little bit of the things we liked.
The responsibilities of being a Hispanic girl
in a household.
But yeah, I hope you guys liked this episode. Keep in touch with us. Follow us on Instagram. Email us.
So yeah, that's it. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.